Welcome to Badminton Weekly with me, Jasmine Lim. We began part 2 of our TotalEnergies BWF Sudirman Cup discussion with Group C, where Malaysia aims to go beyond their semi-final finish in the last 2 editions. Malaysia are drawn into a tough group with 2021 finalists Japan, European Championship runner-ups France, and Oceania winners Australia. They will also be missing Li Zijia in their lineup after the Olympic bronze medalist had a recurring ankle injury. Now, despite those challenges, Peter Gator is confident of Malaysia's success in Xiamen.
Well, I think it's no matter what. I think it's a big miss for the tournament in a whole, because Li Zijia is for me a big personality in our sport, and he will always bring a lot of attention and a lot of drama and a lot of great matches wherever he goes. So for me, that's of course a miss out, but it's not a guarantee in these team competitions that you can put a point on the board, and there will be other very strong men's singles out there. And now it's up to the other players from Malaysia, the other men's singles, to try and kind of take over that leading role and try to kind of be a part of the team and provide a point, no matter if they will go into some of these matches being an underdog. This is still a team competition. On the day you have to perform, and if they are well prepared, which I believe they will be, then they can still do some good points. But knowing Malaysia, I'm sure that they will have a plan B ready and try to do the best possible. Malaysia still have categories where they have shown they're capable of beating the best players in the world. It's not any guarantee, but just the fact, like I said before, this is a team competition. It's about the team performing one day, and they need the 3 matches. And I think team competition is a strong asset in Malaysia, and I'm sure that they will be well prepared, and they will be in for it and try to go for that chance that they have. China will for sure be the favorites, and I see the Indonesia, Korea coming in close behind. So these are the teams that they will have to watch out for. I think they will get out of the group in a good way. One category we don't know so much right now is the mixed doubles. You have to see what are they going to put up in that category, because they will need to put up a strong pair or a few pairs that can make a surprise or match the other countries. Without talking to the French national coach, or then my feeling is that they will also have the Europeans, which is an important tournament, I believe, for France, and they will have the World Championships coming up in August at home, which will for sure also be a high priority. So it's not possible to compete and prepare 100% for all occasions. Maybe they decided that this was a tournament they wanted to use for a more long-term purpose, and put in some of the even younger ones and give them an experience about playing some of the best players in the world on the biggest stage. I like the idea that they think long-term. I'm sure it's a matter of priority, and I can understand that there are a lot of things to make a decision on and make the right prioritize depending on which country you are, which players you have. So I understand there can be many perspectives on this.
France will face heavyweights Malaysia for their opening Group C match on April 28. Before their first ever meeting at the Sudirman Cup, we sat down with the top doubles pair from the respective countries and looked back at their favorite moments from the mixed team event.
I think when we beat Utah and Arisa, it was a really nice memories.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
To beat Japanese, one of the best pair, and it's a Japanese pair in a team event, it's always nice. And when you bring the first win for your country, it's a special moment also.
Amazing level of alertness from Team France as they see off the challenge from the world number 2s. Tom Jekyll and Delphine Darroux got lucky in the end there, but it is luck who favors the brave. 29, 27, 21, 16.
I think we have a strong team in men's single, and also us, we are quite good. And I think it's always tough to beat one of the seeded because we need to be perfect on 3 matches. But
I think all the Asian team are strong in every category, and we are not yet, but we are getting stronger and stronger. So I think we can do a good job this Sudirman Cup, but we will be better in the future, I think.
I remember I lost all. I lost all the matches.
We didn't contribute 1 point.
Yeah.
And there it is. The Malaysians are disappointed, but what a match they gave us. Paulie and Rahayu have delivered. They were stretched all the way by a fantastic young combination from Malaysia, but in the end, experience prevailed.
It's our first experience, and I think it's very great experience to have all the team support over us, and we play against all the top pairs because at that time I think we are quite new. So it's a great experience for us since the first Sudirman Cup.
In Group D, 1989 champions Indonesia are placed alongside Denmark, India and England. This is arguably one of the most difficult groups on paper. However, reigning European champions Denmark might edge into the last 8, according to Kirsty Gilmer. Plus, one nation from this group could be a dark horse in the competition.
Yeah, what an interesting group. This is going to be a good watch. Any team can beat anyone on their day. I think England will struggle with their depth across the board. They have some good players in some disciplines, but I think they'll struggle to wins off of the bigger nations. They have Callum and Estelle kind of coming through, but I think to beat any of the other 3 nations will be a big ask for England. I think the matchups of the men's singles in Denmark, India and Indonesia, that's just going to be who plays the best on the day. I think we haven't seen much from Jonathan Christie recently. Anders has played a lot of badminton recently, so I hope after this European Championships he can take a little recovery period and then be fully ready to go for Team Denmark at the Sudirman Cup, because of course Victor Axelson's out with a back injury. And then for India, the matchups of Laksha or Pranoy. On their day, they can beat anyone. So it's going to be super interesting in terms of men's singles. The other disciplines, there's a lot of 50-50s. You've got Kim and Anders, who always bring consistency. And we haven't seen much from Rankireddy and Shetty recently. From injury, they pulled out of the second round of All England. So it's kind of a bit of an unknown. There's not much kind of consistency in terms of their strongest players in all the teams being fit and ready to go. So it's gonna be so interesting to see who puts which player in for the right matches. That'll be the key, putting the right players in at the right times. Okay, so I think I changed my mind on this answer maybe 3 times. So watch me be so wrong, but I think Denmark could take this group. And my reason is I think they come together well as a team. Maybe on paper, we don't have the highest ranked players. I'm thinking maybe in singles, Wardani's ahead of Kiersveld maybe, and maybe has a better record recently. But I think when Denmark come together as a team, they bring the best out of each other. So that was my reasoning. I do think one area that Denmark will struggle in is women's doubles, just with the retirement of Thygesen and Frugaard after the European Championships. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Denmark, but I also could be very wrong. So in this group, I haven't spoken much about India yet, but I think they could be a dark horse. I think they've had some good success recently on the European Tour on the mixed doubles with Kapila and Krasto. So I honestly think it could be very interesting. We haven't seen consistency from Sindhu recently, but she can bring a result out of nowhere. Sindhu is still Sindhu. And like I say, in the men's singles with Pranoy and Laksha, that's solid. So I think it will be a question of resting the right people at the right time, because that's the trick if you want to go far in these team events. There's so many matches to be played and the adrenaline for every match is so high. I mean, I've said that Indonesia are strong, Denmark are going to be strong, and India are going to be strong as well. So this group is going to be one to watch, definitely.
Did you know that the Sudirman Cup trophy stands 80 centimeters tall, is made of 22-carat gold-plated solid silver, and costs $15,000 US? Xiamen, the venue for this year's mixed team event, is the 7th city in China to host the tournament, and our panel of experts explains why it's always special to play at the Sudirman Cup.
What excites me the most about the Sudirman Cup? First, the history. It has been a team event, which is held every 2 years. Plus, you can really see some unexpected teams shine. Some players are stronger when they're playing for their country or when they're playing in a team. And that's, I think, what's the most exciting also for me now as a spectator to watch, because you see so many upsets. But you see also a different kind of the players. They are dancing, they're shouting, they're actually having fun. That's a huge standout from playing a normal tournament. And there's also a huge chance for younger players to shine on a big level, because normally you need to have a certain ranking to play the big events. But in this case, there's also some young talent and who are able to play that third single. I think it's such a vital experience when you are younger to play in those big arenas, but also to play that deciding point maybe for your country, because normally the third singles can be a deciding match. So the history, young talent being able to shine, and to see a less serious side of players. And I think, in my opinion, it also brings the best out of people. So that's one of the reasons why we all should watch the Sudirman Cup.
When it comes to the Sudirman Cup, individual pairs and team players get together and they play for their country, which is a very, very different scenario and a different scene, because the pressure is different, the atmosphere is different, because you're not playing for yourself and your win matters to the team. You see players through a different set of competition pressures. So when a player or pair has to play for their team, it's very exciting to see who's got strong nerves and who can handle the pressure really well. I mean, everyone's fighting to see who's got the strongest team on the world circuit, because you have all 5 disciplines and the team that wins tends to have the upper hand of being the strongest team on tour.
Well, the Sudirman Cup is always exciting. The team situation just brings something different to the matches. You don't play entirely for yourself, you play for the rest of the players on the team and for your country, and that can disrupt a lot of normal sort of like head-to-head advantages. Then there's also the tactical issues where you can sort of go for matchups. If you have a player that's lower ranked but has a good record against the top player from the other country, you can select that player to play, and you can also mix up the combination in the doubles. For instance, I could see a reforming of a partnership with Seo Sung-jae and Chae Yu-jung in the mixed doubles from the Korean side. They're free to play in the Sudirman Cup, even though they are no longer partnering each other in the normal tournaments. So that's all very, very exciting, and I really look forward to the event in Xiamen.
That's all the time we have on the show. The highly anticipated TotalEnergies BWF Sudirman Cup begins on April 27. So make sure to join us next week as we go around the grounds in Xiamen to talk to players ahead of their big match. Now before that, you can stay up to date with the latest news by downloading our BWF app, Badminton for You. And as always, make sure to let us know your thoughts, comments and questions on our Facebook and YouTube pages. See you next week!